welcome yet again to another exciting episode of Entertainment Buzz. And as always, I'm your host, Faye. I hope you've not missed me for too long since the last episode. And now for today, as always, we're giving you the 411 on the latest updates in the world of entertainment, music, celebrity gist, all the latest, you name it. And so starting off today's episode, as always, let's get straight into our top stories. So firstly, starting off on the movie scene and also for awards, Desmond Obiagele's The Milkmaid makes entry as Nigeria's official submission for 2021 Oscars. On the music scene, Burna Boy's twice as tall most streamed Nigerian album in 2020. For celebrity gist, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna reportedly dating. And Drake is currently selling a candle scent in his recently launched line that smells like him. Now that's a little bit odd, but at the same time should be interesting for fans. Either way, these are the latest stories for today's episode, and I'll be back with all the spicy details after this break. Just stay with us. Welcome back, and now let's get into all the juicy details and the 411, especially starting off with our first story for today. And once again, that's as regards Desmond Obiagele's The Milkmaid making its entry for the 2021 Oscars. And so The Milkmaid is a Hausa language-based thriller on insurgency produced and directed by Desmond Obiagele and has also been announced as Nigeria's official submission for the 93rd Oscars in the International Feature Film category. And for those of you who don't really know much about this movie, you've never watched it or haven't heard about it until now, and looking at it, you want to get more information as regards this one, we're going to quickly have a look at the trailer for this particular video and for this particular movie that has made this selection. So let's reel that in right now. Yes, a lovely one there. That was The Milkmaid by Desmond Obiagele, and just like I mentioned, has officially made the entry of Nigeria's official submission for the International Film Feature category for the 93rd Oscars Awards. And announcing the selection earlier in the week, the Nigerian Official Selection Committee for the International Feature Film category of the Academy Awards said it received several entries, out of which 6 films, which include Sanitation Day, Voiceless, Olosure, Ibi, also known as The Birth, and The Milkmaid and Eyimofe, sailed through the first vetting exercise. And written and produced and directed by Desmond Obiagele, The Milkmaid, once again, a Hausa language-based thriller on insurgency, is one that you can't miss. And I see why at this point in time, if you just watching from this trailer, you still don't understand the message that this carries, but at the same time, it's still entertaining because it's something to watch, and also realizing that this is the true state of a lot of people. Also looking at this, for those who do not know, this particular movie, The Milkmaid, is inspired by the image on Nigeria's 10 naira notes, and at the back of it, when you flip it up, you see the milkmaids carrying that. So it's a very creative one, and the film tells the story of a Fulani milkmaid who confronts extremists in a rural African community in a quest to locate her missing sister, and how efforts to recapture her disrupted past prove complicated. Now, as regards more updates on the 93rd edition of the Oscars, this is scheduled to hold on April 25th, 2021. And looking at this, I'm excited and hoping this time we make it through, because there's so many things that Nigerians have been nominated for, and it's been half and half. Every time we feel like we're going to win, we get shocked with another country taking the glory. So I really hope this one works out. And another reason why I'm really pushing for this once again is because let's not forget, last year Nigeria's official submission, Lionheart, was disqualified for not meeting the non-English dialogue criteria, leading to the controversy on whether or not Nigerian Pidgin should not be considered a local language. And so at this point in time, I really don't want a situation, or rather a situation like this to happen, a similar situation like this to happen, because it would really be heartbreaking for Nigerians and for Nigerians out there. It's just one that we cannot accept at this point in time. And so hopefully for Desmond Obiagele and for the whole of Nigeria, especially looking at the message that this particular movie entails, we get a win on this one. But till April 25th, we won't know. But we'll keep doing our best, whatever we can, and hopefully we don't get disqualified for a reason that might not seem national. Well, that's that on the movie scene. Let's move on to other updates, and now we're going down to the music scene. And now we're looking at streaming platforms, where it says Burna Boy's recent album, Twice as Tall, has been named as the most streamed Nigerian album on the streaming platform Spotify in 2020. So yeah, that's the mix here. Starting off, we talked about it being the most streamed Nigerian album, but now that's for Spotify. But who knows, by the end of the year, it might be official that it is for the whole year 2020. Who knows? It might just happen. And also looking at this is coming shortly after the album earned the singer his second Grammy Awards nomination. And now I have to talk about this again, just talking about the Oscar nod that we've gotten, and talking about how we did not successfully get the 2019 one that we made our submission for. We did not win on that one. And looking at the Grammys here right now with Burna Boy, who was nominated last year for his song in a particular category, and he did not win. And we're also rooting at this point in time and hoping that this one makes the cut, because looking at the track lineup, it's amazing. It's the most streamed song, I believe, by now. Just looking at the fact that Spotify has made it their #1, it means that it deserves this and so much more. And that's why I keep saying that for all the Burna Boy fans out there, we really need to push at this point in time so that he can get the much gratifying win that he deserves at this point in time. And also, the self-acclaimed African giant secured the #1 spot as the most streamed Nigerian album. And with this, you'll be wondering, how much credits did he have? So he had 64 million streams to its credit. So we're not just saying it's just something as little as that. It's quite high, and the rating is for albums that were released in 2020. So for me, I believe that is quite fair. And according to the streaming platform, in the second place on the chart of most streamed Nigerian music this year is Wizkid's Made in Lagos, while Songstress, we have Tiwa Savage Celia, who comes third. And of course, we cannot forget this one, who has made our 2020 very interesting, and hopefully our December a little bit dirtier. That's Omale's Get Laid album, ranked 4th on the chart with 10 million streams. And we also have Adekunle Gold's Afropop Volume 1, ranked 5th with 9.6 million streams. On this list, we also have the likes of Two-Face, Davido, Fireboy, Kiss Daniel, and Niniola among the top 10 streams. So luckily for them, they also made it to the top 10. But for now, on Spotify, who knows, this could affect Apple Music and other streaming platforms. But for now, Burna Boy has made the most streamed Nigerian album in 2020, according to Spotify. But we'll find out officially at the end of the year if he's king when it comes to this for the whole year of 2020. Okay, so let's move on to celebrity gist. We've looked at movies, we've looked at music, what's going on, what's trending, what's been most streamed. But the hottest gist and the hottest couple at this point in time, although we can't officially jump the gun and say this is true, it's not been officially confirmed from either of the couple, but speculations are becoming stronger, and since there hasn't been a quick clapback against it, we are, heading stronger and believing more. So as regards this, you're wondering who I'm talking about. Let's get right into it. So now there are rumors reportedly true that A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are a thing. And for me, I'm quite excited about this, because following their friendship for a long time now, from 2013 until 2020, talking about how they believe it, how they claim to be besties for a long period of time, and we always thinking there was something more, wanting something more, and really enjoying the chemistry that they give us on screen and off screen. It's just been amazing. And finally hearing that this 7 years relationship is finally becoming something more officially, we're all excited about it. So A$AP Rocky fans, Rihanna fans, what do you feel about this one? Do you think this is a good one? I know there have been reactions as regards this. People are using this to throw subs for girls and to throw subs for guys out there, making people cautious about besties, because you never know, it could turn into something else, just like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky is about to at this point in time. So moving forward on this particular update and how it came to play, a People magazine confirmed with a source earlier this week that the pair are officially a couple, after they were spotted out having dinner together with some of their friends in New York City over the weekend. And yes, the Fenty Beauty founder Rihanna broke things off with her billionaire boyfriend, who we cannot forget, Hassan Jamil, in January, and almost immediately sparked rumors of a romance with her longtime homie when they were spotted together shortly after. And now, once again, their friendship dates back to 2012, actually. I said 2013, forgive me. It dates back to 2012 when they had a collaboration on one of Rihanna's singles. And then months later, she featured on one of A$AP Rocky's songs, and that was Fashion Killer, which we have a video for on that particular one. And the chemistry on screen was just wonderful, and off screen once again. So just looking at them and really enjoying it, it's just something that I think is worth it at this point in time. You can't really go against it. I mean, just look at how they look, and I think this is 2013 at this point in time. So if this is from 2013 and there was so much chemistry, 2020, it's just bound to happen. I mean, let's just enjoy it. But either way, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your tweets. You can tweet at us at FubuTVNG. What's your take on this? Do you think this could be the couple of 2021 at this point in time? If not, let me know. But for me, for one, I think I'm a full supporter of this particular one. And I'm hoping to hear more updates and see how their relationship grows. And I'm also hoping to hear confirmation from both parties or from their agencies or whatever it is. I just want them to seal the deal. And if they do, it's going to be really exciting. All right, then we have to go on a short break, and when we return, we'll be having loads and loads more juicy details on all the latest updates in the world of entertainment. And I'm still here with you. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back shortly. Welcome back from that quick break, and also pretty much entertaining, looking at some celebrity fun facts. And for the day, we have Burna Boy on there. So I believe one or two things that we got to learn about Burna Boy today, you've probably not heard of. And if you do know about it, at least it's a little form of reminder. Interesting there, looking at his escapades and looking at his interest and idolizing Fela and what he is today, what he's been doing for himself, and the pace he has set for himself at this point in time. You could really call him a trendsetter, but let it not be like I'm the only fan of Burna Boy. So if you are a fan too, please tweet at me whatever it is you have to say about Burna Boy. All right then, so before we took the break, we were looking at awards, and that's talking about the Oscars 2021 awards, looking at the fact that Nigeria's entry has been the official one for the year as regards the category for the International Feature Film Award. And I'm really hoping that come April 25th, 2021, we're going to be declared the winners for this one without any foul play, without any obstructions, without saying we didn't meet requirements. And also we had, just for a quick recap, we also had, looking at other stories, we talked about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky and the speculations as regards them dating and hopefully becoming a power couple of 2021. So away from that, let's move on to something a little bit of a controversy at this point in time, looking at the particular celebrity involved who is still quite at a young age, and looking at our outburst which she was pushed to at this point in time. I think we can all relate to this, especially when starting off, when you're young in the stardom. It can be something that happens frequently. I mean, this is the same type of thing that Justin Bieber was dealing with, and then we started having issues like this go on and on. So at this point in time, I'm talking about Millie Bobby Brown. For the headline, this one, Millie Bobby Brown asks for respect from fans. Looking at it, you'd be wondering why, and is it really necessary? But let's have a little look as regards more updates on this particular story. So it says Millie Bobby Brown is feeling disrespected after a strange interaction with a fan. Now, the 16-year-old star broke down crying earlier in the week when describing the public harassment she faced while out Christmas shopping. I mean, honestly, you finally want to get out of the house, especially in the UK where you know they have their lockdowns and whatnot. And then as a celebrity, yes, you're still a normal human being, so you just want to go out and do something quickly just for yourself without being having your privacy basically invaded. But that was not the case of Millie Bobby Brown today, or rather during this week. So on her Instagram story, Millie recounted how she was out shopping with her mom when a girl recognized her. Now that seems fair enough, and in a black and white video where she was able to pour her heart's content and even cry on this particular video, the Stranger Things star continued and said that the person walked up to her and asked if she could take a video of her, and obviously Millie Bobby Brown said no, because the fan was asking for just a single video. The fan didn't want to be in the video, and she definitely wasn't in the mood of that, or in the mood for that. She also added that she does not need anyone to justify her actions and her decisions, and if she doesn't want to be taking a video of, then it's her decision and her fans need to respect it. And that's the thing. Sometimes I get you can be all fan crazy when you see somebody that you really like, a celebrity that you really like, but honestly, sometimes there are certain ways you should behave when you come across someone that you are extremely excited about. Maybe practice it at home. You never know, one day someone that you're really fan crazy about could walk past you. How's your composure going to be like? Are you going to ruin it for that person? Are you going to be at the back of that person's head scarred, or for someone that scarred their day, or things like that? If you're going to be meeting a celebrity that you're fan crazy about, let it be a memorable one for you, not one that the celebrity has to come back on their social media account to complain about or even have to cry about. I mean, I wouldn't want to be tagged as that. And even on the other hand, I wouldn't want to be a celebrity who feels choked all the time, because honestly, this was just uncalled for. Anyways, she begged for the fan to leave her alone during that particular day, and the fan did not agree. She followed her all around trying to get videos of her. I mean, let it go, let it go. You never know, you could get your opportunity another day. Don't act like it's the end of the world and choke that person to the point where they're forced to make an outburst. So the actress then stood up for herself and demanded to be treated better, and hence the headline, Millie Brown asks her fans to stop disrespecting her. By now you might be saying, who is Millie Bobby Brown? If you don't know about her, currently we have the Sherlock Holmes, and she is the Enola Holmes of Sherlock Holmes in her newest Netflix movie. If you've never heard about the Enola Holmes film, then you should give it a watch. It's quite interesting, and you see why she's what the celebrity that she is today. And either way, she's still young, she's still 16. Give her a breathing space. That's all I have to say about it. Learn to be composed around celebrities when you meet them, so that it becomes an enjoyable and, you know, a memorable experience for you, both you and the celebrity. I think that's a good one and a good message for this particular story, and it shows us another side to the lives of celebrities. It's not every time that they enjoy having their fans choking them up and not giving them space to breathe. Okay, so that's that on the Millie Bobby Brown story, and that's a bit more controversial than the next story we're going to be looking at today, and the next update we're going to be looking at today. So recently Drake launched his candle scent line, and it's been quite interesting. I want to point out the fact that I really like that the fact that celebrities are industrious. They're always having brands that they're partnering and coming up with ideas, if it's for shoes, if it's for candle scents, if it's for perfumes, if it's for makeup, like the likes of Fenty Beauty and whatnot. And so Drake recently launched his candle scent line, and in this particular one he has a candle scent that actually smells like him. And now when I heard about this for the first time, I thought, okay, if I put out a candle scent that smells like me, how would people take it? But either way, if you're a true fan of Drake, and I believe looking at pictures, a lot of people have been buying this, stocking up on it. So for this particular scent, it's called the Carby Musk, and the Carby Musk is an olfactory inspired by notes associated with the Canadian artist. And the candle scent comes in different fragrances. It has Carby Musk, ambers, cashmere, suede, and so many other things. It's fine for me, although I don't know if I'd really want to give out a candle scent that smells exactly like I do, but it's an interesting one. It's not one I've heard of before, and once again, a lot of fans are buying into it. And looking at updates, I've also heard that this particular candle line, or the scents that he's been giving out, have actually gotten sold out. So if you want to find out more details about this and you're interested and you actually want to get a candle scent or a candle that smells like Drake, once again, it's still something that's surprising to me. But either way, you never know. If that's what makes you happy, then probably you should get this as a Christmas gift for yourself, and then you light it up and you have that little scent of Drake in the air. It's a good one there, very industrious for Drake, and a very good one for fans as well. They have something they can easily relate to. It brings a form of closure between them and Drake, so it's a good one there. Okay, so that's that on this particular update as regards Drake. Yes, and once again, as regards the particular candle scent, it's known as the Carby Musk. And if you have more interest as regards it, you can go back and check on it and check the pricing if it's favorable for you, if you want to give it out as a gift. But once again, for now, I heard it's sold out, but you can wait and pre-order and other things like that. Okay, so moving on to another story for the day. And we have on this next update from Snoop to the D to the double OG. okay, or D to the double G, anyone you want to call it. But basically, this is about Snoop Dogg. So by now, I mean, except you're not living or you're not current or up to date, especially in the sporting world, we know about the Mike Tyson exhibition fight that took place with Roy Jones Jr. And highlight enough, that wasn't just the only highlight of the day, but we saw Snoop Dogg as a sportscaster or commentator for that particular match. And it was really interesting hearing from fans their views on this particular one, talking about how Snoop Dogg really changed it up to a whole nother level, rapping his songs over it and just making it a whole vibe, and even having a performance in between in which we have videos of showing Snoop Dogg really doing his stuff, doing his thing. And so after that, Snoop Dogg comes out with the latest updates on this one, thinking or suggesting that this is something that he can do and take more professionally. So he's talking about his bid at this point in time, and just like we have the headline says, Snoop Dogg co-signs idea of becoming a sportscaster for $15 million. Wow. Now, $15 million. Obviously, there'll be someone that would buy into this idea. I mean, it's Snoop Dogg, and looking at what he really did for the fight, the commentary was really awesome, very entertaining. So just for more details as regards this, so earlier this week, the rapper Snoop Dogg stood out as one of the most entertaining parts of Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. exhibition boxing match. Like I mentioned earlier on, he rapped his hits and provided commentary through a slate of otherwise unremarkable fights, and fans definitely noticed making a memorable event for most. I mean, it's interesting. One thing is you having to come and watch a fight, and then a celebrity that you're a big fan of is also there to perform or do something like that. And just in Snoop Dogg's cases, yes, you can see he was performing as well and just lightening up the mood. So that's two forms of entertainment. You have the boxing fight, and then you have a popular celebrity doing commentary rather, and also, you know, having a special performance in between. Either way, Snoop obviously didn't get to be the dog father by working for free, though he got paid definitely for this one, and I'm sure he got paid handsomely, even though he didn't spell details. But it must be good enough for him to want to say that he doesn't mind venturing into this as a professional job. So once again, for the latest updates, the rapper, actor, host has pegged a potential sportscasting contract at $15 million for 3 years. Okay, so Snoop shared a screenshot of a tweet asking networks to pay the cost to keep the boss, and that's Snoop Dogg, of course, in the hopes that the money man at TNT and CBS know a deal when they see one. Timbaland also, known Timbaland, former or popular music producer, threw an excited reply saying, "Let's go," and a lot of people cheering for that. We had other celebrities, Jamie Foxx and the likes, just showing their support at this great idea. Snoop has also been on more than one game. He's done commentary for basketball games and so many other things. So I think this is a career line that he can be headed for. He's been involved in a lot of things in movies, music, and the like. So I'd say he's multi-dimensional. He's versed when it comes to the world of entertainment. So keeping himself, and not also being young, at least to an extent, keeping himself busy and doing things like this and making money. I mean, when will I ever get to a stage where I can come out and boldly say, do commentary for whatever it is for $15 million. So that means Snoop Dogg must be doing something right for him to have the confidence and for people to actually take this seriously. So that's one on that particular one. Okay, so we still have interesting stuff going on today's episode of Entertainment Buzz, but we'll be taking a quick break here, and when we return, we'll have a look at a few other things, and it's a wrap on Entertainment Buzz. But till then, don't go anywhere. We're going on a short break, and I'll be back shortly once again. Welcome back. It's still Entertainment Buzz, where you get the latest 411 on all the updates in the world of entertainment, music, movies, celebrity gist, hottest and spiciest details, the spiciest and spiciest details. And now we have the celebrity fun fact, rather, earlier on in the day or earlier on in the episode. And now it's time for Pop Quiz of the day. And on today's pop quiz, for the last one, I did not get any tweets, and I'm surprised by that, sadly. But this one, please, obviously, for then, I know the handle wasn't probably up yet. You can tweet at us the answer for this particular one at FubuTVNG. So the pop quiz of the day is, what's the title of Burna Boy's first album? And what's your favorite song from his Twice as Tall album? Now, if you truly think you are a Burna Boy fan, or you believe you're a Burna Boy fan, then I don't think there's anything hard about this. And you have every means you can get me, and any means you can tweet me on my own social media handle on my Twitter. You can tweet us on Fubu at FubuTVNG. Just to spice it up, let's hear your comments, and I especially want to know your favorite song from his Twice as Tall album. For me, I'm still trying to decide between 23 and Monsters You Made. That's one of the two. I like Time Flies as well, but I can't even decide between 23 and Monsters You Made. So I want to know your favorite song, and also the answer to this particular question, which is once again up on the screen, and that's, what's the title of Burna Boy's first album? Okay, then I'll be waiting for your response, and we'll give you a shout out next week if you get the answer. And then also you get a feature. We'll take a few comments as regards the favorite song from his Twice as Tall album. It will be featured on the next episode of Entertainment Buzz. But until then, that's it on our package for today's episode of Entertainment Buzz right here on Fubu TV. As always, I'm your host, Faye, and see you on the next. It's bye for now.